And I am rolling, go ahead.
In the middle of 2019, Sheriff Nobles, myself, and Sheriff Jessup got together and decided that we needed to try to do something a little different about crime in our areas. So Liberty, Long County, and McIntosh County came together. We began to coordinate efforts and to educate and to eradicate the increasingly violent crime within those prospective counties, in our prospective counties. Investigations showed these crimes were crossing county lines to facilitate these crimes. In conjunction with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, these criminals were identified and apprehended. This investigation targeted the distribution of illegal narcotics to include the illegal sale of firearms. However, numerous other violent crimes were solved. Those crimes included an armed robbery of a convenience store, 2 home invasions, and conspiracy drug investigation resulted in the death of Tony Boston. The hundreds of man-hours put in by the joint investigation proved to be successful for the parties involved. We've, as a result of this team effort, we've been able to put some bad guys away for a long time. Craig, do you want to elaborate on?
Yes, we began having drug investigator meetings back in 2018. We came together for quarterly meetings, and at that time we discussed the offenders that we had acquaintances with in each county. Those meetings became more relevant to what we do and the crimes we try to prosecute. So at that time we increased and had we increased our efforts, had the SWAT team was formed. And with the SWAT team being formed, it's comprised of drug investigators, general crimes investigators, and patrol deputies. So not only is it the narcotics, the criminals who commit narcotic offenses also commit general crimes offenses. So it brought all of our investigators, drug and general crimes investigators and patrol deputies, to the table to discuss certain individuals who we had suspicions of committing crimes. So it's been a collaborative effort that's been really advantageous to what we do. And we are so populated now in our area with people. We're growing at a rapid pace. It's really working out well, and I enjoy working with these other agencies. We have the same goals. We got a lot of good guys working in our agencies that's committed, dedicated, and we're doing a very good job. Our guys are doing a very good job of serving and protecting our citizens.
I'm going to add something right here. Our deputies on this special task force are deputized not only in Liberty County, but they're deputized in Long County as well as McIntosh County. McIntosh County's deputies are deputies in Liberty County as well as in Long County. So it's a joint effort that all have got the authority to do what they see necessary in these counties.
Sheriff Chip.
It's a consortium, and we've all shared our resources, manpower, intelligence, and equipment. And it's for the one goal of stopping crime, regardless of what kind of crime it is. And we've worked together and shared things, and we're looking to clean up not only one county, but all 3 counties.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How many people have been arrested so far, Sheriff? You didn't mention that.
There's 5 that have been arrested in this particular investigation right now, but it is ongoing, and there will be an additional many more arrests as a result of this. This is a case that we're trying our best to take federal so that we don't have these same guys back out on the street. We were discussing earlier, you take someone to state prison, they usually beat you back home. And we're trying to eliminate that by taking these crimes, these heinous crimes, to level.
Can you give me an example of some of the crimes that these folks have been charged with, Sheriff?
Yeah, we've got, armed robbery, we've got, 2 home invasions, we've got a death that's been pointed out that was involved with a drug activity, illegal drug activity. We've got, several other people with firearms that aren't supposed to have them. I think that's part of it right now, but there are some other charges that are gonna come, not just necessarily with these, but to some others that are involved.
So Sheriff, let's tie all this in together. You have individuals, 5 of them, from what I understand, that were arrested on various charges from narcotics, to even the death of a Midway man back in 2018. How did this all begin? How did you guys find all this out?
This started in September 2019 as a result of a methamphetamine investigation that crossed county lines. And we began sharing information that helped bring us to where we are today.
Which led to, this investigation led to us getting enough information to very possibly solve the Tony Boston death. The same people were, through this investigation, were involved in Tony Boston's death back in 2019.
Okay.
2018.
And Sheriff, how does your office fall into place with this arrest, if any? What's the play in that?
Well, some of the same offenders have they have Long County acquaintances. We're familiar with them from past incident reports in Long County, past law enforcement contact in Long County, and so we all have the same offenders in each of our counties.
So, if you guys didn't put your heads together, where would we be standing today in terms of arrest and combating the narcotics problem that each of your counties have?
We wouldn't be as effective.
Absolutely.
We would not be as effective.
Absolutely.
Now, is this an unwritten agreement that you folks have in terms of helping one another, or is there, like fire departments have mutual aid agreements and things like that? Is this an unwritten thing amongst you folks?
This is a gentleman's handshake, is what this is.
You'll find out that most of the sheriffs in Georgia will help anybody at the drop, or help a fellow sheriff at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, we work with other agencies too out of our county. We work with other county sheriffs, but with the demographics of our area, there's a lot of same people contact in our counties, and but we work well with like Sheriff Jessup and Sheriff Sikes said, we work well with all the sheriffs. All the sheriffs go above and beyond to help one another.
So, Sheriff, you mentioned also that your officers, your deputies are deputized in Long County and McIntosh County. Is that something unique or what?
I think that's relatively unique. One of y'all want to elaborate on that?
I mean, how does that work out? If you have a Liberty County Sheriff's deputy in McIntosh County, for example, making an arrest, there's 2 jurisdictions, correct me if I'm wrong, is there not? Or different?
If my deputy's in Sheriff Sikes' county and he makes an arrest, Sheriff Sikes is his boss.
Mm-hmm.
Same for Sheriff Jessup. They can work for numerous bosses. And we all have the same goals, and they all know and understand Georgia law. So we're on the same mission.
Okay, so regardless of if a Long County deputy makes an arrest in Liberty County or McIntosh County, it's still a jurisdictional, let's say McIntosh County case. In other words, is that the way it works?
Absolutely.
Okay. And in terms of this particular case with Tony Boston and stuff, Sheriff, we had talked about him earlier, well, a couple of weeks ago. Are there any more arrests possibly coming as a result of that, or are you not at liberty to say it at this point?
I would rather not elaborate on that a whole lot at this point, but let's just leave it there for now.
It is an ongoing
Ongoing
investigation.
investigation.
Okay. And is this something that will continue permanently? I mean, is this task force, this unwritten task force, I guess, or is this something that's going to continue?
Absolutely.
We certainly hope so.
Certainly hope so. I don't foresee any reason to stop it now. It's doing real well.
And how has it served the citizens of your prospective counties?
Well, it's taking a lot of bad guys off the street. Taking a lot of bad guys off the street. It's gonna take a lot more off the street.
And it makes the Tri-County area a lot safer.
It's a lot safer.
Yeah. Okay.